Hello, and welcome to Designer Discussions with Miriam, Jason, and Maria. Today, we're going to talk about the digital marketing trends for 2024. Welcome to the Designer Discussions podcast with
Jason,
Miriam,
and Maria, where we talk about marketing, PR, and business advice for design professionals. Are you an interior designer facing the challenges of marketing your business? Are you struggling to find the time and looking for effective solutions?
You're not alone. Many interior designers and remodelers share these same pains, but there is a solution.
welcome to the Designer Discussions Academy, where we understand your challenges and are here to help.
Our academy offers a monthly focus on marketing, PR, and business development tailored for interior designers and remodelers.
Learn the most important marketing tactics from SEO to get press, social media, and even harnessing the power of AI.
Join us at the Designer Discussions Academy and take the first step towards transforming your interior design business.
Hello, everybody, and Happy New Year's again. Today, I'm going to be talking about this is an actual NKBA CEU presentation that I will give on the last day of this month, the 31st. So if you are available, it's going to be at 12 o'clock Eastern time. So I'll have the link in the show notes if you want to join, but this is going to be a mini preview of what I'll present at that presentation. So we're going to be talking about, and the actual title is called Digital Marketing Trends in 2024, Staying Ahead of the Curve. So that's the actual title of the presentation that I'm going to talk about. But we looked at the top 10 digital marketing trends for the year, and I'm going to talk about a few of them today. And when I do the NKBA presentation, we're going to actually have exercises so you can actually learn and do all of this. So it'll be an hour-long presentation. Obviously, I'm not going to talk this long right now, but I'm just going to give you a high-level overview of what I'm going to talk about at that presentation. Of the trends, one of them, which you should already know, I shouldn't even have to mention this one, and it's AI, which Maria, who's our resident AI expert, can back me up on this one. AI has grown tremendously in the last year, and it's only continued to grow more. Each month that actually goes on, it becomes more and more into our industry. So on the AI side, it's going to help you with a lot of the tasks that you already do in terms of, creating your social posts, creating blog posts, or helping you outline so you can save time so you won't have to write it from scratch. One of the AI aspects that you may not even have realized is chatbots. Chatbots, because that's older than a lot of the chat GPT, but chatbot is an actual AI that is beginning to infiltrate into a lot of design and remodeling websites because it's offering a lot of the FAQs that can answer the end user that you don't have to worry about having to answer in a call. You can answer them. So if anybody's searching your website at 2 o'clock in the morning, you're not in the office to answer the call, but you can have your chatbot on your website answer what are your typical hours? What are your typical rates? Or what are your design specializations? What areas do you work in? All of the FAQs, which may actually already be on your website, but we all know if anybody has to search the website for all these answers, they're probably not going to do that. But in a chat bot, you can have all of these answers already in the chat bot, already pre-recorded. So if they ask the question, it's automatically answering them. So they have some answers already completed and answered before they talk to you. So chatbots are aspects of websites that we're seeing more and more in the design and remodeling industry because that's an aspect of AI that's being used now. So that is just a little on the AI. I'm not going to talk in depth in that. In the training for the NKBA that I'm going to do at the end of the year, I'm going to have some exercises. So like I said, you can join that. But if you cannot, like I said, we have a lot of training in the podcast that we've already done. And Maria did an excellent AI training that you can see in the marketing studio. Get to it from the Designer Discussions website, where she did an hour-long training on how to use AI, how to use Chat GPT, which I'm going to do a dumbed down version of that in the training. So If you want to really learn it, like I said, get access to that training that Maria did, because that's going to outline everything. So that's on AI. And if Maria wants to talk about that, I'll let her talk about that a little later. But that was one of the trends, which, like I said, I didn't really even have to mention that, because I'm sure all of our listeners here know AI is one of the trends that's going to hit heavy in 2024. Another trend that is out there, which I was actually surprised by, but it's almost a trend almost every year, and it's SEO, search engine optimization. Now, you may think like SEO, why is that a trend for 2024? It is because what's happening as AI grows, you have more and more content out there now. So now it's even harder to stand out from everybody. So SEO becomes even more important, because you have to personalize your site for your end user to really stand out from other remodeling and design firms out there. So now SEO is becoming even more important than it was in the past, because of AI, because of the amount of content that's out there. So staying ahead of the curve, like we talked about, which is the title of the NKBA, but staying ahead of the curve is what you need to do on the SEO side, and personalization really of your SEO for your end user is where it's at. So one of the things that I'm going to talk about in the training is going to be Google Business Profile. This is something that a lot of people overlook, that they'll set up their GBP, Google Business Profile, but then they'll ignore it. They'll be like, okay, I set that up. I did that. I spent about an hour setting that up. It's done. No, it's not done. Really, to stand out, you need to treat that like a social media profile. Add post to it at least once a month. If you can create a post, you can even use AI to help you outline it and then rewrite it in your own language, because remember, you want to personalize it for your end user. Just using AI directly is going to be generic in nature, but you can have it help you out with that outline, so then you can personalize it to your end audience. And then if you add a post on your Google Business Profile at least once a month, over time, you're going to see traction. Just doing this consistently, you will see traction. And that's an aspect of SEO where you don't have to get in detail of optimizing the website, keywords and all that, even though that's great. But I know a lot of designers and remodelers listening to this podcast right now don't have the time to do that on their own. If you're not hiring a marketing agency to do it, the best way, the most effective way to utilize SEO is through Google Business Profile. So that's what I want to talk about on the SEO side. And then one of the other trends that we were going to talk about, that I'm going to talk about in the training, is short form video. So on short form video, we actually have an episode. We did episode 29. I was just talking to Maria before we did the podcast. Some of the information may be out of date, but in terms of the overall understanding of it, you can still refer back to that episode to understand short form video and how that's having an impact now. And how that's having an impact is a few reasons. One, it goes back to what we talked about first, is AI. So with the AI, we're in a world now where there's so much content. How do you stand out? One of the ways to stand out is video. And one of the most effective ways is short form video. And if you're open to being on video, now you differentiate yourselves from other designers, remodelers in your area, and you're able to have them see and hear and understand who you are. Because like we always like to say in the marketing world, nobody will buy from you until they know, like, and trust you. By hearing you and seeing you on video, now they're starting to understand who you are, how you sound, if they relate to you or not. And so now they feel like they know you. Oftentimes when I'm out or I'm at an event, either a local NKBA, NARI event, or I'm at a national event, I'll often have individuals that I don't know that I'll start to talk to, and they say, "Oh, you're Jason with Maria and Mirjam on the podcast." They're like, "I've listened to you." I'm like, "Really?" So they feel like they know me already, even though I've never met them before. It's because of video and because of the audio. And that is that short form video aspect, that if you are not shy to be in front of the camera will help set you apart from your competition.
You can use AI to write a commercial for you or write a short format video for you. And it will be structured in a way that's like incredibly compelling, where it stops and ends with like a similar content. So you might actually watch the video 2 times before you realize you're just rewatching the same video again. There's a lot that has come out right now where AI can help with your short format videos that hasn't been in the past. I mean, it's such a big difference in how your short format videos can show up in a very professional way. Not to mention, there's some AI bots that will create a commercial for you and you write your own script. It's amazing.
So this is one of the other trends that you need to look at for 2024, because it all goes back. That's why I started with AI, because AI is setting a lot of these trends because of the amount of content it's putting out there. Now, as a designer or modeler, you have to think and differentiate yourself from everybody else out there, from all the noise, from all the content that's out there. You have to implement different ways to stand out from the crowd. And like I said, SEO, Google Business Profile, and short form video are ways to do that. And also, like I talked about, personalization, that's an aspect of SEO, and also your own content where you actually resonate with your end user that you really need to do, because that is one of the trends that is really in for 2024 that goes back to what I said on AI. So those are just a few of the trends I want to talk about today. And like I said, we have 10 that we went over, and I'll just briefly head over what the 10 was. Number 1 was AI, like I talked about. Social media listening was one. Multi-channel or omnipresent approach. SMS marketing. The next one was personalization. Influencer marketing. Short form video, like I talked about earlier. SEO, like I talked about earlier. Ethical marketing. That I want to spend a little time on the ethical marketing part. And that's an aspect of AI. So like I said, a lot of this ties back into AI, and ethical marketing is about actually being authentic with your messaging, because you're going to find a lot of marketers now, a lot of remodelers and designers using what AI produces or other people's work. Because you, as a designer, I've heard multiple times, I've seen, my work on other people's websites and they're using it. I don't know how. That's unethical marketing. So ethical marketing is about really using your work, making it authentic for your audience. And that's also about personalization. And that's all because of AI, the amount of content that's going to be out there. Then the last one was diversity. And marketing channels, who you work with, all of that is encompassed in diversification. So those are the 10 trends that are happening for 2024. Like I said, if you are available at the end of the month, I'll be doing NKBA CEU presentation. That'll be on the 31st of this month. I'll have a link. If you are available, you can register for that. But like I said, if not, a lot of this same content we have on the podcast, and also it's in the Designer Discussions Academy. So we're teaching a lot of this in the academy. So go to the marketing studio to get access to the AI training. Look at the academy to see what we have there, because a lot of this information we will be teaching over the next year to get you up to speed on what you need to know so you can stay ahead of the curve. So if you have any question at all, let us know. We look forward to hearing from you in 2 weeks on Designer Discussions.
Are you an interior designer facing the challenges of marketing your business? Are you struggling to find the time and looking for effective solutions?
You're not alone. Many interior designers and remodelers share these same pains, but there is a solution.
Welcome to the Designer Discussions Academy, where we understand your challenges and are here to help.
Our academy offers a monthly focus on marketing, PR, and business development tailored for interior designers and remodelers.
Learn the most important marketing tactics, from SEO to get press, social media, and even harnessing the power of AI.
Join us at the Designer Discussions Academy and take the first step towards transforming your interior design business.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Designer Discussions and all of the helpful information. Subscribe to our podcast, leave us a review, and share it with your friends. We look forward to having you back next week. For more information on the podcast and the marketing studio, visit designerdiscussions.com and follow us on social media.